Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at NIO. NIO CEO William Lee on the move this week, inks battery swap deal and plans European live stream. The CEO of NIO has been making big moves this week, signing a new battery swap deal with Chinese automaker FAW4 and plans a live stream and driving event in Europe. On May the 17th, it announced that NIO and 4 had reached a battery swap agreement. Yesterday, May the 21st, the company signed a comprehensive strategic cooperation on Monday on battery swap charging and swapping. This makes Ford the 8th automaker to join NIO's battery swap alliance, joining the likes of Guangzhou Auto, Shagan, Geely, Chery, Jack, and Lotus. Now, Geely is a company I'm mostly familiar with. Lotus is a company I'm mostly familiar with. Lotus is actually owned by Geely. Geely owns Volvo and they own Polestar. They own a few other brands as well, such as Zeekr. So this is an important step for NIO. I've already spoken about this, just the incredible opportunity this provides for NIO. Essentially, other companies are coming to NIO to use NIO's technology. Battery swapping technology is such a complex task. Instead of creating something of your own, most company they will join with an alliance or partnership with another brand. And at the moment, NIO's leading the way, they're leading the world, they're the leading brand in battery swap technology in vehicles. The agreement states that the alliance automaker will collaborate to develop a unified battery standard system. They will co-develop battery swap compatible vehicles and charging stations and launch models equipped with standardized battery packs. They can be used across the network. They will also collaborate on battery asset management and integrated charging swapping operation system to build a large-scale standardized energy infrastructure. Infrastructure is key in this business. It's a highly capital-intensive business. Because of this, infrastructure is perhaps one of the most important things automakers can invest in, which is why Tesla invested in their ecosystem so early on. Tesla was always highly focused on the charging infrastructure that they have available to their customers exclusively at the time, I might add. It's not just that, but infrastructure in the state of delivering vehicles worldwide. That is something that Tesla does, and they've always been interested in this, a worldwide channel of deliveries of vehicles. It's to be able to, export, import all over the world. It works great. Tesla invested into this early and they invested into this heavily. Another key aspect, perhaps one of the most important to the Tesla philosophy, is the manufacturing hubs. Their unique infrastructure in manufacturing plants. They call it the gigafactories. The idea was, instead of having factories situated differently on a plot of land, instead of having the paint shop there, the bodywork there, the software team is over there, instead of having them all over the place, one roof and your production line is simplified. And this works particularly well for Tesla. There's no say on how long this will work for, but Tesla took the idea of Ford to the extreme. Ford being the ones to revolutionize the idea of the assembly line. Tesla took it to the next dimension. Tesla took it significantly too literal. Okay, an assembly line is something that is straight. It makes sense if the factory is straight and everything is from start to finish. And the incredible thing about Tesla is that they've always reiterated this from the start. A lot of their technology, a lot of this product that they create, it's all or mostly in-house built. But when you take a look at, say, the batteries, I believe they used to build them jointly with Panasonic. I don't know anymore if they still build those jointly. I haven't really read into it fully. But this is what NIO is slowly building out in their own regards. And what makes NIO really, really special? They have vehicles where you can swap the batteries. I've been in one, the ET5. This was in the UK. What an experience. And if you're thinking, there is no swappable charging stations or swappable stations in the UK, well, they can also charge the vehicle. You don't just have to swap the batteries, you can also charge the vehicle, giving users two different options. Oh, the charging time is too long, that's too far away. Get your vehicle battery swap in 5-10 minutes. Easy does. And the car will do it for you. It will drive itself in automatically. It will handle everything. It's like being in one of those car washes where the machine does it. It just does everything for itself. It's really incredible. So it's actually said that separately on May the 22nd, around 3 p.m., Lee plans to live stream a drive from Frankfurt, Germany to Amsterdam, Netherlands to celebrate the opening of new NIO House's location. He will be joined by NIO President Qing Li Hong for the road trip, allowing viewers to witness the battery swap infrastructure in Europe firsthand. Now, I must say, this will be quite extraordinary. I will certainly be watching this live stream as this is supposed to be happening today. It's currently 4 p.m., but this is in the UK. I have a feeling that, it should be happening anytime soon. But where exactly they're live streaming this, I have no idea. If it's YouTube, great, but we have no idea. I'll have to look into it. Based on the NIO social media page, this is what they're saying, that join us on May the 23rd, when the largest NIO house in Europe is set to officially open its doors in Amsterdam. Discover how the design perfectly blends the classic with the perspective, and allow every visitor to experience limitless horizons. See you tomorrow. So they're saying join them on May the 23rd. But aside from that, there's no news on a live stream. I don't see any link. I don't see any news on a live stream. And this says the 23rd. The sources that we were just reading said the 22nd. But I'm going to watch out today, and I'm going to watch out for tomorrow for said live stream. Hopefully, if it's real, I'll live stream on this channel as well, and we can all have a conversation about it. Because I would love to see that NIO infrastructure and NIO technology in work in real time. That would be fantastic. These news demonstrates NIO continue push to build out its own battery swap ecosystem and establish partnerships across the industries. By standardizing battery technology and expanding the network, NIO aims to address consumer range anxiety and accelerate the growth of Chinese new energy vehicle market. This live stream event in Europe, the live driving event in Europe, will also showcase NIO's technology on the global stage. Overall, it's been a busy and productive week for the ambitious NIO CEO. And this is what we want to see. A CEO actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Show us in real time what your technology looks like, how it works, the ease of use. A road trip to perfectly illustrate that you can do exactly what you want to do with a NIO vehicle. And we're big NIO fans on this channel. This is a CEO that is willing to put his own self out there, to be vulnerable, to all circumstances and conditions, to really showcase the best of his technology. That takes confidence in your technology, confidence in your workforce, confidence in your team and your vehicles. And I can't wait for these vehicles to come to the UK. It's going to be fantastic. So it really seems that there's some sort of event, but NIO did not specify if this was a live event or in person. It just says join them on May the 23rd, when the largest NIO house in Europe is set to officially open its doors in Amsterdam. Do you want us to join you in Amsterdam? Where's the extra information? It's very limited. Obviously, I can't go to Amsterdam, but I will watch the live stream if there's actually a live stream. But NIO hasn't really confirmed it themselves. So they might have gotten the information from an inside source. Now, aside from that, let's get back to some other news that are on the radar. GAC becomes the latest part of NIO Battery Swap Alliance after Geely, Shangang, and Chery. State-owned Chinese car manufacturer GAC Group became the newest member of NIO Battery Swap Alliance. Together, GAC and NIO will promote the establishment of battery standard for swappable batteries and develop a battery swap service network. Last year, GAC Group sold almost 550,000 new energy vehicles. Wow. When they say energy vehicle, I think that means it's electric, but they could also be hybrid as well. That's quite impressive. GAC Group, a major player in Chinese auto industry, is renowned as the domestic manufacturer of Honda, Toyota, and Mitsubishi. In addition to these partnerships, GAC Group is actively developing its own brands, including Trumpshi, Aeon, Hyper, and Hycar, and Hycan. Last year, GAC sold over 2.5 million cars, with more than 500,000 of them being new energy vehicles. Now, GAC has become a key player in NIO Battery Swap Alliance, which also includes, as we already discussed. So these are some of the GAC brands as well. So what exactly is Trumpshi? So this is GAC Trumpshi. This is what it looks like. An SUV, and there's a lot of people going into this market. You know, this SUV market is exploding. It's gaining a lot of attention. And this is not really my style of EV or my style of vehicle, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, to be honest. Let's get to something more interesting like Aeon or Hyper. I've heard about those brands. So this I've definitely seen before. I've seen pictures of this brand before. The cars look incredible. I couldn't believe my eyes, if I'm being completely honest. I could not believe my eyes, but also I couldn't turn off my gaze. I was mesmerized in every way, in every capacity, because damn. This is GAC Aeon. They begin deliveries of the tri-motor Hyper SSR supercar. Ooh, so this is already in production. It's already in delivery. That is sick. That's absolutely sick. Listen, this is the thing about the Chinese. Once they figure it out, you're screwed. So the real question is, can these things be reliable? Can these things be enjoyable for customers to purchase? Will they actually be worth it? You know, that's the big question. Because you look at brands like Polestar, they're coming out with their own roadster, kind of like a supercar, but they're taking their time to make sure that it is done properly. So perhaps GAC did the same thing with Aeon. Perhaps they did, which would be fantastic, which would be ideal. But you can see how different brands take different approach. I've also seen this logo before. So this is Aeon. I've definitely seen this logo before and I was astonished. I think I might have seen it on Behance. So this is the company NIO's working with. Multiple companies, in fact, as we well know. NIO and GAC signed a strategic cooperation agreement on May the 8th in state-owned manufacturer headquartered in Zhangzhou. Together, they will establish standard for swappable batteries and develop the battery swapping business. Their partnership includes such areas as battery standard, development of battery swap enabled cars, and expanding of battery swap service. You see, NIO's created a brilliant technology and now they can utilize it in multiple ways that this will benefit them in multiple ways. That's it. When you have an incredible invention, it's supposed to benefit you as a brand, as a company, in a multifaceted orientation, not just in one way. It's supposed to benefit you throughout in multiple ways. This can be beneficial for the company that is NIO. And NIO is very specific. They want to offer you premium vehicle, luxury vehicles similar to Mercedes, Audi, BMW. That's their target audience. On the other hand, they create more affordable brands such as Onvo. And NIO talks plan Onvo's second car to be the largest SUV. So Onvo's second car is already in the works. Try to understand. Onvo's second car is already in the works. Yesterday, NIO William Li, together with Alan Hay, president of Onvo, gave a press conference where they talked frankly about Onvo brand and its position relative to NIO alongside plans for two brands. One Easter egg revealed that Onvo's second model will be a larger SUV seating 6 or more 7 people. Ultimately, little else was revealed about the car other than it would meet the need of families. Car News China believe that the car will unlikely reach production before mid-2025 at the earliest. The Onvo brand intends to put 100 direct operated stores into operation by the time of the first Onvo L60 cars are being ready to reach stores in September. William Li at the end of last year said that the plan was to open 200 Onvo stores by the end of 2024. Onvo will not have an equivalent of NIO houses, which acts as a kind of clubhouse for NIO buyers, nor will Onvo buyers have any rights to use NIO houses. The brand is considering methods such as franchising to increase the numbers of stores to help with the market penetration. Currently, the NIO brand sees 70–80% of its sales to buyers in first-tier cities. For Onvo, the expectation is that penetration to second, third, and fourth-tier cities will be much better. This will also accelerate site and battery swap stations in these cities and will additionally help existing NIO users when they travel. Onvo cars are compatible with both the third and fourth generation swap stations, although the 60 kilowatt and 90 kilowatt battery capacity of Onvo L60 are different to those NIO models. They're currently in a region of 1,000 third and fourth generation stations across China. This is fantastic. Try to understand what they're saying here. You put more Onvu cars on the road, and it will go into different parts of China, different parts of Chinese cities that NIO probably isn't the best for when it comes to the cost of the vehicle. NIO wants not just to do well in China, they want to dominate that entire country with their vehicles, similar to the likes of BYD, but NIO is using it in a strategic manner. NIO is trying to be the VW of China, and there's a lot of them out there. Geely is kind of like the VW of China as well, and there's more of them out there. They have multiple vehicles underneath their company. But you can see NIO with his battery swap station technology, it has an advantage, and it has a pretty important advantage because it offers people both options. Which other cars offer people swap batteries and charging infrastructure? NIO does. That's a remarkable offering for new buyers. So NIO's strategy for the two brands and the forthcoming third brand, codenamed Firefly. Remember now, there's another brand that they're working on, right? The company emphasizes that the goal was not to be cheap, but to sell more. For Onvo, this has meant reducing a single motor, going from 4 to 1 Orient X intelligent driving chips, removing LiDAR and reducing the size of the base battery pack. According to Geek Park, these changes alone help to reduce the cost by 45,000 wons, that's $6,200. Furthermore, changes implemented to the production processes have helped reduce costs. NIO emphasizes that they're having different brands, it could reach the need of different customers, and it was common business strategy amongst the European car brands such as Volkswagen reaching very different customers with Bentley to those who would buy a Skoda. So this is literally what I just said. They're trying to be the Volkswagen of China. It's good to know that the brand that I'm investing in, they're thinking exactly how I would think. It's not just how I would think, it's exactly how I'm thinking already. I'm thinking, yeah, this is exactly what they need to do, and they're doing exactly that. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. This is what I mean. There's different brands, there's different people wanting different things. Offer them different things and they will buy. And it's important that they mention Bentley there because I always have a feeling the Firefly brand, that's not the official name, there's a code name, but the Firefly brand would probably be something even more premium than NIO. How do you get more premium than NIO? Well, Porsche, Ferrari, Bentley, Lamborghini. There's another market there. There is another market there, and NIO has the technology to accelerate this market. They have the technology. They've R&D this technology for a while now. They've probably perfected the technology, and they're continuing to improve upon it because they know that in this market, you don't get second chances. You either build good cars or don't even start. And that's what NIO is laser focus on. They know they're offering cars for expensive amount of money. And as such, they want to build cars to said quality. Fantastic. I like everything that I just read. I love everything that I just read. So pre-orders for Onvo L60 began on May 15. So it already began, $30,500, and yesterday we brought you news that it would likely be with battery as a subscription for $23,500. Alan Hay said yesterday that orders received to date have far exceeded expectations. Previously, William Lee has claimed that Onvo L60 would outsell the Xiaomi SU7. We're all familiar with the Xiaomi SU7. That's a car that's slowly gaining more and more popularity. But I also think it's good for Xiaomi to experience what it's like to run a vehicle company and an EV company. Is this something that they really want to do long term, or is it just something that they wanted to try? There's no harm in trying. You learn and you could improve, or you could try a different business if it doesn't work for your need. Now, the Onvo L60 was penned by former Bentley designer Paul Perez and adopted the way up design concept. It rides on the new NT 3.0 platform, which is a 900-volt silicon carbide platform. Sensors consist of 7 8 megapixels high-definition cameras, 4D imagery radar, and 4 360 degrees cameras. The high-definition cameras have a maximum forward detection range of 687 meters. The vision-based intelligent driving system will be available for commencement of deliveries later this year. Inside, the L60 has a 17.2-inch 3K control screen with 12,000 nit brightness. It also benefits from a 13-inch heads-up display. I am telling you, I am so excited for NIO technology and what they will bring to the auto market industry. They will really shake things up. And it's scary for a lot of other investors and a lot of other automakers who are not ready for this much competition. They're ready. That's the L60, by the way. Very, very familiar, very, very similar to the Polestar 4, which makes me think if they're going for a full-size sedan next, that might be similar to the Polestar 3, which is also similar because it's built on the same platform as the Volvo EX90. The exterior looks completely different, but the interior takes on a very similar approach. I have a feeling this is what NIO is working on. The one difference is that despite the similarities between this vehicle and a Polestar 4, the prices are very different. They're similar, but the prices are very different. And it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work out. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in our next video, okay? Peace.